The pledge of allegiance. Prayer. If that offends anybody, please excuse yourself from the room, and when we're done, come on back in.
Would you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Brad, would you lead us in prayer tonight?
Yes, sir. Heavenly Father, please watch over our deliberations tonight. Grant us your wisdom, grant us our discernment to just make good decisions so that your will is done. Please put blessings upon the people that are going to step into office tonight. And add your blessings to our citizens, our neighbors, our family, our friends. Amen.
Amen. You need a roll call?
Counselor Howard,
Here.
Counselor Lorenz is not joining us this evening. Counselor Watson,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Segola.
Here.
Mayor Becker,
Here.
a quorum is declared.
Modifications to the agenda?
Yes, sir, there is a modification to the agenda. We will be adding in, after the swearing ends, we will add in the voting of the new council member for the vacant seat.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve modification to the agenda. After swearing in, vote for new council members will carry on from there. Any discussion? Unita?
Counselor Howard,
Yes.
Counselor Watson,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Segola.
Aye.
Mayor Becker.
Aye.
Motion carries to approve the modification to have the voting of the new council member to fill the vacant seat after the swearing in.
Okay, approval of the consent agenda, minutes from regular meeting from December 18th, 2025. Excuse me, and review and approval of accounts payable.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting from December 18th, 2025, and the review of the approval of accounts payable.
Second. Been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda for the minutes of regular meeting from December 18th, 2025, and approval of accounts payable. Any discussion? Unita?
Counselor Howard,
Yes.
Counselor Watson,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Segola,
Aye.
Mayor Becker.
Aye.
Motion carries to approve the consent agenda.
Okay, well, proclamations, communications, and appointments. Swearing in of me first. And then Stretch. Horacio Naranjo. And then the new judge, the city attorney, and the new chief.
So first of all, we'd like to say goodbye to our exiting council members. Jason Lorenz chose not to attend this evening. We did say goodbye to Jason on the last council meeting. And he chose again not to attend this evening. So the other council member we'd like to say thank you to your service and goodbye to tonight is Victor Segola. Victor, we thank you so deeply for everything you've given for the last 8 years. You have been a pleasure to work with, and we appreciate all of your knowledge and all of your input to everything you've done for the city. So thank you for your service, and thank you for serving on the City Council of Monte Vista.
So I can just say thank you to the citizens of Monte Vista for voting for me, for putting their trust in me, for allowing me to take this place here. I've appreciated it, and I've grown from it, and I can't say enough. Thank you.
Are you ready for another 4 years with us?
You're ready for another 4 years.
Gigi, are you ready for another 4 years with us? You raise your right hand, sir. I, Dale Becker,
and Dale Becker,
solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
Constitution of the State of Colorado,
the ordinance and charter of the City of Monte Vista,
ordinance and charter of the City of Monte Vista,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties which I am about to enter
and I will faithfully perform the duties which I'm about to enter
as mayor of the City of Monte Vista.
as mayor of the city. Monte Vista.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everybody.
Horacio Naranjo.
I just got in coaching a basketball game too, so I might be sweating.
And I can hold with my.
Yeah, you did a good job of learning already.
Okay, you can raise your right hand, please. Repeat after me. I, Horacio Naranjo,
I, Horacio Naranjo,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
the city's charter and ordinance of the Monte Vista Charter
the city's charter and ordinance of
of the
the
City of Monte
City of
Vista,
Monte Vista,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties that I am about to enter
and I will faithfully perform the duties that I am about to enter
as council member
as a council member
of the City of Monte
of the
Vista.
City of Monte Vista.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it, thank you. Where are you going?
Mr. Naranjo.
Where you going?
Hey, Christine,
I'm gonna have my. All right, don't trip over it, my hat stuff.
No.
Should I get my Italians? That's your man.
I am super excited about this. This is.
Explain.
Yeah.
So this is our new judge, Judge Stanger. He is coming on. Today was our first day of court. And he was absolutely wonderful to work with. And it was the smoothest court we've had in a really long time. And it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. And I think we're gonna see a big difference here in Monte Vista and with our court system. So I want to welcome you, and if you would raise your right hand.
Wait a minute, explain your role. So
My
people
role?
Understand.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm the court clerk for Monte Vista as well as the city clerk, so I get to work alongside with Mr. Singer at every court, so. If you raise your right hand, repeat after me. I, John Stanger,
I, John Stenger,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the United States Constitution
to uphold the United States Constitution
and the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
and the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
the Charter and ordinance of the City of Monte Vista,
and the Charter and Ordinance of the City of Monte Vista,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
of the City of Monte Vista Judge.
of the City of Monte Vista Judge.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Judge.
I could get you to sleep this.
Like that normal ones on pin. Make certain.
Thank you so much. I do so that.
Thanks.
Jaden seat too. Brad.
Right.
We're still talking about court today. Court's over.
Please raise your right hand. I, Brad Crowell,
I, Brad Crowell,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
that I'll support the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Monte Vista,
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Monte Vista,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties of the office of counselor,
that I'll faithfully perform the duties of the office of counselor,
which I am about to enter, so help me God.
which I'm about to enter, so help me God.
Amen.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
And yeah, want to sign that all the shit.
Thank you.
Just keep your John Hancock. There it comes. That's a fancy one there. Dale. Has your name on it.
Yeah. Got that first year. It's old. It's almost an antique.
I, Charles Shefflin,
I, Charles Shefflin,
do solemnly swear to affirm under the penalty of perjury,
do solemnly swear
or perform
or perform
under the penalty of perjury,
under the penalty of perjury,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
the state of Colorado,
the state of Colorado,
the City of Monte Vista Charter,
City of Monte Vista Charter,
and its ordinances.
and its ordinances,
And I will faithfully perform the duties of police chief,
and I will faithfully perform the duties of police chief
to which I have been appointed
to which I have been appointed
and upon which I am about to enter.
and upon which I'm about to enter.
Help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Sure. Well, I wanted to thank everybody for being here. Thank the officers in the back. Thanks for everybody for this first week as the chief. Been a lot, probably like drinking water from a fire hose, but I'm really excited about being here. This is a great community. Just being down here, the welcoming I've got, the people around here. So I think we got really good things coming. There's a lot of good things going on here. And there's gonna expect a lot of good things in the future. So you got great people serving you guys. And we just want to continue to do that, continue to raise the level and do good things for the community. So I'm looking forward to meeting each and every one of you and serving you and doing what we can to make sure we can remain a safe community. So thank you.
Mr. Watson, you have an announcement?
I do have an announcement. I will be resigning my position as counselor just for health purposes, until I get on top of that stuff. So I will read my resignation letter to you. Dear City Manager, Mayor, and members of the City Council, please accept this letter as my formal resignation from my position as Monte Vista City Council. After careful consideration, I have decided to step away from my public duties in order to focus on personal health matters that require my full attention. At this time, I believe it is the best interest of both the city and myself to prioritize this focus for ensuring that I am able to give the level of attention and care that this role deserves. I am deeply grateful for the opportunity to have served the city of Monte Vista and to have participated in the decisions that help guide our community. It has been my honor to work alongside dedicated colleagues and to serve the residents of this city. I remain optimistic about the future and hope that in time I may again be able to take an active role in supporting Monte Vista's continued growth and development. In the meantime, I am more than willing to assist in the transition of my council seat in any way that may be helpful. I respectfully request that This January 8th, 2026 city council session serve as my final meeting unless my participation is beyond that date to ensure a smooth and effective transition. Thank you for the trust, support, and opportunity to serve this community. I wish the city of Monte Vista continued stability, progress, and success. Thank you. Thank you, Brad.
Ready, Anita? Okay, now we are going to um, talk about the new council members. And we've come to conclusion. So we're gonna need a motion on the floor for a 2-year term to backfill Brad after this evening. So that person will be sworn in at the next council meeting.
I make a motion to elect Victor Pretensical. Appoint, sorry, Victor Pretensical for that position. Second.
Been moved and seconded to appoint Victor Segala in that 2-year position to fill after this meeting for Brad. Is there any discussion?
Sorry to see you go.
You're in good hands, so.
Anita?
Counselor Howard,
Yes.
Counselor Watson,
Yes.
Counselor Naranjo,
Yes.
Mayor Becker.
Yes.
Motion carries to appoint Victor Segula to the 2-year term to finish out Counselor Watson's seat on council.
Thank you, Chairman.
Told you you weren't done. And now we'll go with the 4-year position. So need a motion on hand for that.
I would make a motion to appoint Gil Bradshaw to the 4-year position on council.
I second that.
It's been moved and seconded to appoint Kel Bradshaw into the 4-year term of council. Is there any discussion?
Any discussion, Kim?
No, excited.
Unita?
Counselor Howard,
Yes.
Counselor Watson,
Aye.
Counselor Naranjo,
Yes.
Mayor Becker.
Yes.
Motion carries to appoint Kel Bradshaw to the 4-year term for the vacant seat. Mr. Bradshaw, you will be sworn in this evening.
It's ground running, bud.
Ground running.
Good afternoon. I, John Caleb Bradshaw,
I, John Cale Bradshaw,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
do solemnly swear to support the United States Constitution
and the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
and the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
this Charter and ordinance of the City of Monte Vista,
the Charter and Ordinance of the City of Monte Vista,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties of counselor
and I will faithfully perform the duties as counselor
as I am about to enter.
as I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Am I sitting?
You are set.
Thank you.
All right, we will move on to citizen comments and special presentations. So citizen comments, city council welcomes your unscheduled comments. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes and council will not take action at this same meeting. There's a lot of citizens, Margot.
Well, hello, everybody. Greetings. Wow, this is awesome to see new members. I am really excited. You know, Monte Vista is moving ahead. It is such a joy to see this Christmas with all the lights and the decorations and just, it just makes you feel good inside to see our community starting to pull together the way it has over the last several years. I think I've been here 14 years or so, and it's just, it's new businesses, talking to the business owners, seeing their response to things, with a new police chief. You know, we've got issues with some of the druggies in town, but you know, things will move forward and get done. And I am just thoroughly excited to be living in this wonderful little town. So thank you.
Thank you, Margot.
Thank you.
Good evening, City Councilman, and congratulations to your election appointment. I'm Ramon Garcia, the new SLB Regional Representative for United States Senator Michael Bennett. I just wanted to stop by and introduce myself. I'll be stepping in for Aaron Means following her retirement and will be our primary point of contact for the Senator's office. I'm also here to support whenever needed. Please don't hesitate to reach out on any federal issues, upcoming opportunities, or any challenges where we may be helpful. Our office regularly provides letters of support for federal grant applications and connects constituents with our casework team for assistance with federal agencies. Unless you guys have any specific questions for me regarding the Senator's work, I'll be attending the next council meeting to give more of a formal and official update from the office.
Do you have a card or anything?
I don't. Following the fire at the Capital Building in Alamosa, we're still trying to figure out which suite will be mine, but Gigi has my contact info if you don't mind passing it on to the city council.
Ramon, why don't you just tell council, give them a little bit of your background
Okay.
and where you're from.
So about me, I'm a 7th generation Valley native. I was born and raised here in the Valley. I currently reside in Fort Garland, so about an hour east of here. Following my graduation from high school, I was elected to the Sierra Grande School Board. Graduated in May of 21, elected in November 21. That made me unofficially Colorado's youngest elected official. I still serve in that capacity. And I currently am a student at Adams State University and was just brought on to Team Bennett in October. You know, just a little about myself.
What do you study?
Political science and pre-law.
Okay.
So.
Thank you.
Any questions? Look.
Sir,
Nice to
could
meet
you
you.
do me a favor? Could you just sign the sign-in sheet there and write your name in there for me? Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other citizen comments? Come on up, Sheila. You sure?
Me too well, huh?
Sign that paper up there, please.
No, Pat, here, sweetie.
Glad she didn't say throw it.
I know.
I caught it. This works. Good evening. I'm Sheila Sanders, Casillas. I'm a business owner. I own the business Wildwood Blooms downtown. Great. I'm glad we got some new blood. It seems like 2025 wasn't so good. We had a lot of weird things besides druggies and homeless and all this kind of stuff and. A lot of things our business district really didn't benefit from. It seemed to hinder us more than it did help us. So I just want to say, I hope 2026 is better. Now that we have a new police chief. Oh, buddy, I think you and I are gonna be buddies. Guaranteed.
Perfect.
We need to move forward, okay? There's a lot of things wrong with our community that need to be fixed. Maybe some people think, oh, well, let's put it off. You know, we'll do it next time. But meanwhile, it's getting worse instead of better. And our streets are still bad, you know, we have a lot of things we need to fix. But I'm sure with all the new faces and all the ambition and the new ideas, we can get it done. Thank y'all. Good luck in 2026.
Thank you, Sheila. Anybody else?
She brought it in.
I was gonna call you Al.
Were you?
Yes.
I appreciate that. I'm Monte Shove. I've been here several times. And in response to about our city streets, they're doing the best they can do with the money we get. And that's it from sitting in here for the last year. I've learned a lot because I've been here. They work very hard. I want to welcome our new blood. Sorry we're losing you. I hope your health works well. We pray for you. Okay, congratulations, Mr. Mayor. Love our new additions over here. Our city is just awesome. People need to remember. And I'm glad that Mr. Bennett's help is here. We need the feds in the states to quit sending down rules that cost us money for stupidity. And I'm sorry, I can't think of a different word to use. They're making stupid rules that we have to live to. When the water that comes out of our sewer system has to be lower than what is naturally in our ecology, that's a stupid rule. And they're making it more and more expensive. We have gone from 30 million to almost 42, is that correct? On our, why? Because of rules. Then they don't give us the money to do what they tell us we have to do. Okay, 2026 is going to be a good year. It's God's year. Okay, and I hope and I pray that people understand how hard you guys have it behind the desk and how hard they have it in trying to live up to the dollars and the community's expectation. I'm so excited to live in this town. I'm old. That's okay. Because I came here from the flatlands. And I'm thrilled, really thrilled at where we are today. And where we're going with the guidance that we have. Anyway, thank y'all. You have a good one. You don't need to know my address, do you? You need to, okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Lonnie. We're trying to cut expenses, Mom. You don't take our pen.
You gotta say those again. So keep the velocity.
Any other citizen comments? We have one of our county commissioners with us this evening, James Glover. Thank you for being here again. Anybody else? You have something you want to say to Kel before?
Thumbs up.
Sir, you have something you want to share? Oh, okay. Back row? No, I don't want.
Sure. Well, I'll have to ask you back to you on that.
You have to what?
I said I would if I could, but I'm not sure I can, so I'll have to get back to you on the next time.
Okay. Very good. All right. Carla, you guys got anything? I don't want to miss anybody. Okay. We'll move on to scheduled appearances. In order to be on this portion of the agenda, you have to fill the appropriate paperwork out with city clerk by noon on Monday prior to the meeting. Presentations for the house lighting awards from Kids Connection. That would be our superheroes. You just will come on up there with her.
Yeah, okay. So good evening, council. We are here to present our awards for our house lighting contest that we hosted in December. As a community-based fundraiser for Kids Connection. And so we have some 3D printed trophies. Our 3D printer kind of struggled a little bit, so there were some changes in some of the designs. But we have these. So I will present them to and I'm not sure if everybody is here tonight. But in fourth place, we have Cindy Silva. I haven't met her in person, and I don't believe she's here. I just talked to her on the phone. In third place, we have Dean and Deja Hawkes, and I don't see them here tonight either. In second place, we have Michelle and Francisco Valdez. No, they're here.
Yeah. Which house?
He did it all by himself.
Which house? Which house? We went and drove all these streets.
They're on Jack.
I loved it. It was awesome driving around in the evening and seeing
Yeah.
the citizens participate.
Well, he's pumped up for next year, so.
Good.
I just want to say I'm happy to be here. Thank Kids Connection, and I'm glad to see the contest for houses again, because my grandma used to do it when she was old, kind of young lady. So I'm glad to see that we're starting to get that tradition back, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you to the new blood, Chief of Police. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
First place, we have Robin Clutter. Thank you for participating. We really enjoyed being able to drive around.
Oh, we just did it so we could help the Kids Connection with our donation. And we appreciate it. I do it because I like to do it.
Yeah.
And so that's, thank you very much.
What corner are you on?
What address? Right down the street, a block and a half. I took them down today.
Right over here.
Yes.
There were so many, I was curious in one.
Be sure.
What's the address? 21 Chico Camino.
27.
I just want to say thank you to everybody that participated. We really had a fun night driving around and checking out like the lights. We really wish we could have had a lot more because there are a lot of houses in Monte Vista lit up, but we were happy that we had the ones we had to judge. So looking forward to next year, we're actually going to start a little bit sooner, and we're going to issue out an additional fundraising challenge for Halloween as well, because a lot of people get down for Halloween. So we're gonna take advantage of that too. So hopefully numbers will be more than what they were this year.
And we got, and the clutters also, what was also part of first place.
Oh, yes. In addition to the first place placement is a $50 credit on their water bill.
Oh, thank you.
That's good.
Yes.
That's it.
Very nice.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you doing that. Workers' compensation policy, Shannon Griffin.
You're taking a place with DJ tonight.
Because everybody wants to hear about workman's comp. Are you? Yeah. So nothing big. I'm just here to simply inform you guys that we have updated the workman's comp policy. There's really nothing to it. You don't have to approve anything. It's just simple, making sure we're compliant or best practices with everybody else in the state of Colorado. We're gonna be updating other policies throughout the year, and there will be some updates and changes to the handbook, so you guys will have that presented to you at some point throughout the year that you will have to make action on, but nothing tonight, just simple letting you know what's going on.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you.
Landfill update, Rob Dance.
Just listen. Good evening, council. My name's Robert Vance. I'm the Public Works Director for the new ones. Thank you very much for serving. Brad, I'm so sorry. I enjoyed having you on report. Thank you.
Hopefully in the future.
Thank you for the service.
He's still involved, bro.
He still is.
Yeah, he's not off the hook.
Not yet. Not until he hears my report.
Yeah.
He's gonna wanna leave. So tonight I just wanted to bring council an update. This is in your packet and I'm gonna leave the packet here with City Hall, so it'll be at City Hall for folks. But I also serve on the board of directors for the SLV Regional Solid Waste Authority along with Commissioner Glover. And I represent Monte Vista there. We, just like everyone else, have been trying to keep costs low, but unfortunately the cost of us doing business and fees and what's coming down the pipeline, as Monty said earlier, is putting us in a position where we're having to raise. So starting this year, we're going to be having a 5% increase across the board for the next few years. And we're going to be slowly escalating that up to try to make sure that we have what we need to not only cover our end of life closure costs, but also some of our future equipment needs. And also there's some new rules coming down as far as testing and methane and things of that nature that we have to be prepared for as far as the landfill to make sure we have those in place. I won't go into details as far as what we're charging, but over your residential, especially for our citizens, your residential charges are going to go up 5% across the board. That will also apply to compacted trash. So if you're a customer of Waste Management or MDS, their fees to the landfill are going to increase this year. Same thing if you use somebody like M&M Disposal, some of the large 30-40 yard dumpsters, those two are going up as well. Just want everybody to be aware of that and understand that that's coming down the pipeline. That started as of January. Any questions for the council?
What do you think is the life of it?
We have 2-3 more cells that we can go. We're building 10 right now, right, Gene? So we'll be doing 10. We'll probably be in that next year. And then we'll start doing a cover over the top of the first 9 cells. So we still have quite a few years, probably 20. And then we have land to the west that is a part of our landfill. So we're okay from that standpoint. We just will have to close the one before we can open the second. And we need to have a post-closure account. And we, as a board, and we've been doing this since I've been on the board, we set money aside every year to make sure that that money is accounted for and available for us. So it's not a surprise when the post-closure dues come. And then we work with our auditors to make sure that that fee adjusts accordingly to make sure we're keeping up with today's costs.
Thanks, Rob.
You're welcome.
Thank
Anything
you.
else? Okay,
Thanks.
thank you. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. All right, we will move on to resolutions. Resolution 2026-01, a resolution setting meeting days and posting places for city council. You got a bunch of them, don't you?
I'm just bringing my lighter. Good evening, council. Mayor. Welcome, new council members.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I'm glad you called. I'm sorry, Brad. But we're not gonna let you off the hook. Get information from all of us. Resolution 2026-01. This is just a resolution that I bring in front of council every year. This is to set the posting place and the meeting dates for council. Do you want me to read the whole thing into record? Okay. Our regular meeting for city councils are held the first and third Thursday of every calendar month of Monte Vista at 6 p.m. January was the only month that we had an off date because of New Year's. So our first meeting, of course, is tonight, the 8th, and then our second meeting will be on the 15th, which is a regular council meeting date. All other months are normal months, and will be the first and third Thursday of each month. Work session meetings can be held at any time the mayor or city manager call a meeting date. Those have to be posted 24 to 72 hours in advance. The notice for public posting is the front door of City Hall, which is the front door that you all entered in. I also placed that agenda on the website, and all work sessions are also posted on the front door and on our website. If you all approve of that, I just need a motion and a vote.
Go ahead, Brad. Yeah, I'm gonna need a motion to approve the resolution of 2026-01 and resolution setting meeting days and posting places for the city council.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve resolution 2026-01, a resolution setting meeting days and posting places for city council. Is there any discussion? Unita?
Councilor Watson,
Aye.
Councilor Howard,
Yes.
Councilor Romano,
Yes.
Councilor Bradshaw,
Aye.
Mayor Becker.
Aye.
Motion carries to approve resolution 2026-01. Resolution setting meeting dates for Monte Vista City Council and designating a public posting place for the meeting notices.
Okay, we'll move to resolution 2026-02. A resolution establishing electronic participation in city council meetings.
So we did have a previous resolution for participating in electronic meetings. But that resolution was just set for when COVID was in place. So we needed to update that resolution. And by the way, just so you all are aware, our new city attorney, Mr. Crowell did look at all these resolutions and did approve all these resolutions. So these have been approved and passed by our city attorney as well. So resolution 2026-02, a resolution of Monte Vista City Council establishing limited electronic participation in city council meetings consistent with the Monte Vista Municipal Code and Colorado Open Meetings Law. This is consistent with municipal code. This resolution is intended to supplement and not supersede the provisions of Monte Vista Municipal Code governing sitting council meetings. In the event of a conflict, the municipal code and applicable state law shall control. 2, the standard of attendance, in-person attendance at city council meetings by council members and essential staff members is expected and preferred method of participation. 3, limited electronic participation. A council member or staff member may participate in city council meeting by electronic means only when unforeseen circumstances beyond the individual's reasonable control prevent in-person attendance, or an absence may be excused by city manager or city council. 4, reasonable efforts requirements. Electronics participation shall be permitted only after the individual has made all reasonable efforts to attend the meeting in person. 5, notice. When practical, the individual seeking participation electronically shall notify the mayor, city manager, and city clerk prior to the meeting that electronic participation is requested and provide the reason in general terms. 6, public access and audibility. I won't read all of this, but it needs to comply with House Bill 24-1168, which is pursuant to any public meeting in which public business is discussed, formal action may be taken, or recommendations to the governing body of the public body may be discussed, held. A public body is required to be accessibly in real time by live streaming video or audio that is recordable, accessible, and individual with disabilities. So if you're going to attend by Zoom, you need to make sure that you are seen and heard clearly so that it's ADA accessible by those who have disabilities. So number 7, a quorum and voting. A council member participating electronically pursuant to this resolution shall be considered present for the purpose of a quorum and voting, provided that all requirements of the state law and municipal code are satisfied. 8, non-routine use. Electronic participation is not authorized for convenience or routine use and shall not be used as a substitute for regular in-person attendance. Repeated electronic participation may be reviewed by the city council for compliance with this policy. If you all agree to that, I just need a motion, a second, and a vote, please.
I make a motion to adopt resolution 2026-2, a resolution of the Monte Vista City Council establishing limited electronic participation in city council meetings consistent with the Monte Vista Municipal Code and Colorado Open Meeting Law.
Seconded.
It's been moved and seconded to approve resolution 2026-02, a resolution establishing electronic participation in city council meetings. Is there any discussion? Unita?
Counselor Watson?
Aye.
Counselor Howard?
Yes.
Counselor Naramo?
Aye.
Counselor Bradshaw?
Aye.
Mayor Becker?
Aye.
Motion carries to approve resolution number 2026-02, a resolution of the Monte Vista City Council establishing limited electronic participation in the city council meetings consistent with the Monte Vista City Municipal Code and Colorado Meetings Open Law.
Okay, resolution 2026-03, a resolution adopting the 2026 Colorado Municipal Records Retention Schedule.
So we actually haven't adopted this in quite a few years, and I wanted to make sure that this is on record and in adoption. We do have a record retention schedule that we follow, that's the state record retention policy. I did not attach the whole policy. I gave the website for the policy in the resolution. It is quite lengthy, but it gives the retention schedule for each document that we have to keep or that we can destroy, and at what dates and how long we have to keep it or what dates we can destroy it. So if you all are okay with that, I would need a motion and a second and a vote.
I motion to adopt resolution 2026-03, a resolution adopting the 2026 Colorado Municipal Records Retention Schedule.
A second.
It's been moved in seconded to adopt resolution 2026-03, resolution adopting the 2026 Colorado Municipal Records Retention Schedule. Any discussion? Unita?
Counselor Watson?
Aye.
Counselor Howard?
Yes.
Counselor Naramo?
Aye.
Counselor Bradshaw?
Aye.
Mayor Becker?
Aye.
Motion carries to approve resolution 2026-03, a resolution adopting the 2026 Colorado Municipal Records Retention Schedule for the city of Monte Vista, Colorado.
Okay, we'll move on to resolution 2026-04. resolution adopting a policy governing public records request, Cora request.
So I bring this forward to you because I want this on record as a resolution for the protection of city council and for the city staff. This is for the open records request. We follow the state guidelines for open records requests. We have not had in the past, we've always just followed state guidelines. We've not had a policy in the past, so we created a policy and a standard operating procedure. I did include the standard operating procedure in your packet. City Attorney Crowell did go through that with me. We did update the fees. And we went through everything in that opens records request to make sure that it complies with state regulations. And that would be the CRS 2472-201 through 2472-206. I would ask that you adopt this resolution to protect the city when it comes to open records requests. We are getting several open records requests here lately. Within the last week, I've had 5. So I just want to make sure that we are protected under the state law.
I motion to adopt resolution 2026-04, resolution adopting a policy.
Don't be shy, guys.
Governing public records requests.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt resolution 2026-04, a resolution adopting a policy governing public records request. The Cora request. Any discussion? Unita?
Counselor Watson,
Aye.
Counselor Howard,
Yes.
Counselor Navarro,
Aye.
Counselor Bradshaw.
Aye.
Mayor Becker.
Aye.
Motion carries to approve resolution 2026-04, a resolution adopting a policy governing public records requests under the Colorado Open Records Act for Cora. Thank you, Counselor and Mayor.
Thank you. Ordinance, second reading of ordinance 936, an ordinance prohibiting the use of gray water and the installation of gray water treatment systems within the city of Monte Vista.
Thank you, Mayor. Tonight we have the second reading of ordinance 936. For council, it's slightly different than a resolution. An ordinance takes 2 readings to become effective. So this is the second reading. On the first reading in December, it was brought in, the entire document was read, so I will just read a portion of it that kind of summarizes why we're doing this. In 2013, House Bill 13-1044 authorized the use of gray water systems in municipalities only when authorized locally by ordinance. But pursuant to Colorado House Bill 24-1362, effective January 1 of 2026, the collection, treatment, and use of gray water is authorized except where prohibited locally. So we are opting out of that. We simply don't have the infrastructure or the means to allow that type of a system within the city limits at this time. So we are taking the steps necessary to opt out. So unless council needs further explanation, I need a motion to adopt the ordinance on second reading.
I make a motion to adopt ordinance 936, an ordinance prohibiting the use of gray water and the installation of gray water treatment systems within the city of Monte Vista on second reading.
Seconded.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt ordinance 936, an ordinance prohibiting the use of gray water and the installation of gray water treatment systems within the city of Monte Vista on second reading. Is there any discussion? Unita?
Counselor Howard,
Yes.
Counselor Bradshaw,
Aye.
Counselor Watson,
Yes.
Counselor Naranjo,
Aye.
Mayor Becker.
Aye.
Motion carries to approve on second reading ordinance 936, and ordinance prohibiting the use of gray water and the installation of gray water treatment systems within the city of Monte Vista.
All right, contracts, agreements, and leases, city attorney contract for Mr. Crowell.
So you all have the contract in front of you and it lays out our expectations and we were very, as Nita had stated earlier about the change in our municipal judge. Well, we are looking forward to working with Mr. Crowell and think he'll bring a nice fresh perspective to our municipal courts and a very pleasant surprise with working with our chief of police and our officers with how we are going to be taking a little tougher stance on some of the issues that come before him. And on the city side, just working with him on our contracts and things that we've got. So I ask for your adoption of the contract.
Hey, I asked you, once you decide on the liability or keep it or.
So they decided on the 1 million, and I apologize, it shouldn't have been scanned in the way it was, so we'll need to correct that, but it's for the 1 million in liability insurance.
Okay.
And then the question you have regarding the CML dues, you're covered under the city membership.
And that's fine on the insurance. I'm unaware of any requirement for $1 million, but if that's what you want, that's what we'll do. It was almost a month's pay, so I had to ask. I'm already covered at $500,000, so. But if that's the way it's gotta be, it's the way it's gotta be.
I'll make a motion to approve the contract for city attorney, Brad Crowell.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the contract for the city attorney for Brad Crowell with the said changes. Any discussion? Anita? Thank you, Judy.
Counselor Howard,
Yes.
Counselor Bradshaw,
Aye.
Counselor Watson,
Aye.
Counselor Morocco,
Yes.
Mayor Becker.
Aye.
Motion carries to approve the city attorney's contract. And Mr. Mayor, I believe, Mr. Carl would like to share a few words.
Sure.
If you allow me.
Come on up, Brad.
Aye.
Mr. Crowell. Would you like to be referred to as Mr. Crowell or Brad? All right.
No, sir, either one would be fine. I've been referred to with other terms. Whatever you prefer. Thank you, Councilman, Mr. Mayor. I just want to give you a brief update on the last 8 days. I tried to hit the ground running for you. And I promise you that I'll do everything that I can to make things better here. And that's just the way I'm geared. And I think and I hope that your staff will see that and I'm ready to go. So over the last week or so, I did review the resolutions and everything that you've approved tonight. We went through that. I reviewed, the SOPs, all the resolutions. We talked about some ordinance changes and code changes. I worked with issues with the court regarding effective measures for enforcement. And I'm trying to come up with creative ideas to collect the actual monies that are owed to the city. This is an identified issue that we need to work on. And also more effective law enforcement. In other words, what can we do as far as protecting the citizens here to make an impact with regard to punishment and penalties in such a way that it changes behavior or it changes our community for the better. So I try to draw upon my 16 years of prosecution anyway, and with the good help of the police chief, we're talking about doing some things differently that would be more effective, not more costly to the city, but more effective, and look for creative ideas in our problem areas. And that is trying to impact certain repeat offenders, what do you call them, frequent flyers, what are you going to call them, that the city system's not working for. And when I say it's not working for them, they just keep breaking the law. They don't pay the fines and they don't want to come to court and they don't want to do anything. So basically they thumb the nose at our system. So we've got some ideas. I won't go into that here publicly. I'd love to meet with you or have lunch and tell you privately if you'd like to know what my thoughts are and what our thoughts are with regard to moving forward and how to handle a more effective law enforcement approach to make things a little bit more safe for such a wonderful town. I really like Monte Vista. It's a great town. I'm excited to have our chief here too. I also did some research on our VRA compliance victims
Rights Act, and do we fall under that? The judge and I went through several, I'm gonna say, Ms. Vance, 6 or 8 things that came up today that we need to really look at and deep dive and make sure we're in compliance with state law. So we're really doing an overview as we go and making changes, and I'll have some proposals in your code to actually get rid of a couple of things that aren't working, they don't seem to fit, and maybe some other things that we can do that might work better. So that's what I'm working on, is analyzing your code, making the list, and some changes that I think would help effectuate some of the things that the high level stuff I'm telling you as far as more effective enforcement. I've worked on some other things this week, like your liquor license, or some research about Open Records Act that we've done, and so forth. Today we had our first day of court, and I was pretty excited to do a trial, and it was a good case, and the defendants didn't show up, but we did what we could on the other cases. I believe that we were trying to streamline the docket, make things run more efficiently. I keep looking to Ms. Vance because she's our quarterback. I really appreciate her help, but I want to thank Ms. Dennis Swansberry of her great assistance to me. I really appreciate your all staff, and Sarah and the clerk's office, and then a big shout out to your city clerk, who's been incredibly helpful in this transition, incredibly helpful to me, and incredibly helpful to the judge today. And without Ms. Vance's help, I probably wouldn't have done much today. So thank you very much. And I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to serve you. And I hope 6 months from now, you're really glad you hired me and you see some real differences. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brad.
Look forward to working with you.
If you don't have any questions, I'd answer them. And if you don't, I'll get out of the way.
Thanks.
Good?
Good.
Thank you. And you can call me at any time too, if you have questions. Thank you.
All right, we'll move on to staff proposals, reports, and actions. City clerk.
I feel like you guys are really sick of seeing me. I'm gonna make my report brief and short, but I wanna thank you guys for hiring our city attorney and our city judge. It was an absolute pleasure today. They both looked at me and said, we feel like it was chaotic. I felt like it was a dream come true. It was extremely, it felt very organized to me today. So thank you for giving the city that, because there's gonna be changes, a lot of changes. So I appreciate that. The city appreciates that, and I think you all will see a big difference in the near future. We're in the middle of doing renewals for business license. We have stacks and stacks that have come in, so Sarah and I are working on doing the renewals for that. Doing liquor license renewals. And then I just wanted to update you. I did tell you all at the last council meeting that I did have 2 businesses that were in violation. So I did have Top Value was in violation of selling tobacco to a minor. They did get a fine from the state. They have agreed to pay that fine, and that violation has been closed. And they have agreed to make sure for monthly checks. So I will be doing monthly checks with them, and I'm sure the state will be doing their checks as well. The other business is Baldo's Mexican Restaurant. They did have a violation of serving to a minor and serving alcohol to go. So the state of Colorado has a liquor license that you can serve alcohol to go, but you have to apply for it. That stopped July 1st of 2024. That was in effect where you could take alcohol to go during the COVID era. That did stop, and they started where you could do that if you applied for the correct license. So Baldo's did receive that violation, and they will be suspending their liquor license for 5 days, January 23rd through the 27th. I did speak with, Mr. Crowell, and we will be suspending the city liquor license as well. I did speak with him, and it's a pretty cut and dry situation where it doesn't need to come in front of the liquor authority board. We will just be suspending their license and hanging the poster that they were in violation and suspension for those 5 days, along with the state's violation. Any questions?
Just so you guys know, we are the liquor board.
So liquor license that will, new liquor license transfers, will come through you. Back in 2023, the board had given me permission to do renewals for liquor license. So liquor license don't have to renew through the liquor authority board. They just renew through the clerk's office. But any transfers or new liquor license will come through you. And then, the brewery that is in town, they got their business license yesterday, and they will be opening their doors hopefully at the end of the month. And then, just so you know, the breweries are not licensed through the cities, they are licensed through the state. So cities have nothing to do with their liquor license. Breweries are all licensed through the state.
Thank you.
Thank you, Unita. Public Works, Rob.
Last time, promise. So you have my written report for you, so I won't bore you by running through all of it. I'll just touch on a few things. Busy year, we've done quite a little bit. Streets, we got all 3 of our mowing operations done. We were able to complete 2 of our citywide patch operations. We did do several other smaller patch things, but not a complete citywide one. We did do some code enforcement property cleanups, street painting, sweeping, and routine street operations. Our parks have been kind of running routine, so I really won't go into that. On our utility side, we're running into some issues with our meter reading. The equipment that we use from Census is slowly being phasing out. We received notice in November that our handheld, what we call the interrogator, is being phased out in 2026. They're gonna go with a program that luckily for us, we can download on our cell phones or onto a tablet. But the interrogators, as we know them, are going away. So we're in a touch read system. It is slowly disappearing for automatic radio read type technology. So we're seeing where it goes, but that's where we are right now. In our fleet, we suffered a couple of different failures. We had to replace the pump in our sewer jetter, and then on our large bucket truck, we were doing some maintenance on the boom, and one of the bleeders gave out and it came crashing down and it crushed the boom and the buckets. So we are without a 55-foot bucket truck at the moment. So we only have our smaller one that we got from REC. So we are in the market for a used bucket truck somewhere. We'll be looking at that hopefully before summer. It was an 81 model, so it was quite used. As far as projects, this was a huge year for projects. We were able, thanks to council and Gigi giving us the budget and Judy to make sure we had the monies, we were able to, for the first time in city history, to actually employ someone that was strictly to do noxious weeds. That is a state mandate. We were able to do that. We have funds again for this year. We'll apply some lessons learned and hopefully make the program a little better next year. Same thing for mosquito spraying. I'm working on that right now to try to revamp that program, revamp the website, add more educational components, hopefully do a better job for the citizens. We received a lot of complaints last year, so I'm hoping we can do a better job for the citizens overall. We have the MMOF grant, which is a sidewalk project from Sky High to the Alta station there at the railroad tracks. That is moving from design into construction this year. Our wastewater plant, bids will be opened here at the end of the month. Hopefully, depending on where costs come in, that will also be under construction this year. Our alley project is in final stages where our contractor is completing a few punch list items, nothing major. The project is substantially complete. The alleys were opened, service has been restored to all customers. Everything's back to normal. There's just a few minor little details that need to be taken care of, and as soon as they get those done, we'll do the final inspection and put a bow on it and call it good. Next other project for this year, we have a major airport pavement preservation project slated, and another round of our sewer annual things. So with that, I'll stop talking and see if you guys have any questions. Get out of your way.
I looked at the alley, looks nice.
It does, it turned out good. There's still some compaction. We're going through right now, making sure that all the water and water valves and the manholes, everything's openable and that we can actually get to them. We're the ones that have to maintain them, but I think it looks good too. So little painful through construction, but we'll say it. So, but we got it. It was good. We got it.
You want to talk about the pre-bid meeting next week?
Yes, for the wastewater plant, yes.
Please.
So next week is our pre-bid meeting. And we will be going over all of the components for the wastewater on the 13th. With probably a very large group of individuals, engineers, construction guys, surveyors. It will be a large group. We'll go through the plans here in city council, and then we will move to the wastewater. It is an open meeting. If any council or anybody of the citizens wants to attend, it is open, you can. We're just gonna go through the project from step A all the way through, so everybody knows what they're bidding on. Kind of get an idea of who's gonna be bidding on our project and see where it's going.
That's on the 13th, you said?
Yes. And it will probably be, starts at, bring my phone up here.
Yeah.
It starts at 11, I think.
Yes.
10 to
11:30.
Yeah. And then it'll move out to the wastewater plant. And that'll take probably another hour or two to walk through the wastewater plant, look at everything, point out some of the nuances to the veterans plant that they'll have to look at.
Thanks, Ron.
And then bids will open in February and see where we are. So, and then starting next month, February, when I do this report, I'll have our iWorks. We're done with our play mode and we are in full mode. Everybody's giving daily work orders. So we will have a full report to city council in February of what we're doing. It's a cost accounting program that we put in that kind of job costs what we do. So we have means to provide with what it's actually costing public works to do our jobs. So,
Thank you. Thanks,
thank you, Ron. Thank you.
I had Lock Powell Day in the community and I had somebody complaining about the fact that street sweeper was out cleaning up leaves.
Not expected complaint on that.
Well,
but so
let's say I put him in his place and told him to quit blowing these leaves into the gutter and we wouldn't have to worry about that because we didn't want to plug up the gutters for any snow removal.
that would be
And he
nice.
got real quiet and walked away from me, so I had your back, man.
So just since you mentioned that, our street sweeper is going to be operational daily. And the task is to be in the residential sections. He's currently started over here on the west side of town and working his way east. So it's an everyday thing except for on Thursdays. and it won't be every Thursday, but we do have to break away. Today we broke away and did our dirt roads and gave them a blading, a watering and blading. Hopefully before the snow, if we get any snow. Hopefully we get snow. All right, so, thank you, council.
Thank you, Rob. Police Department. Chief, what do you have for us? In 8 days. 5 days. What do you-
Not even 8 days, in 3 days.
In 3 days.
3 days. First, I just wanna thank you for this opportunity to come and serve the community of Monte Vista. You know, it's been a goal of mine to become a police chief of police. I have a lot of experience, over 31 years of law enforcement experience. I have a lot to learn, but I think this police department has a lot to give, and it's a great community to come and be part of it. So I thank you for that opportunity. 3-day assessment. It's pretty much just jumping in and getting my feet wet for the last 3 days. However, starting on Monday, I've got a 70-day operational work plan to observe and look at everything, breaking into 3 different phases. One is basically orientation and speaking to all our officers, all our professional staff, executive staff, council, and then getting out in the community, of which one of the community events will be on Monday, a meet and greet. So I hope that the people looking or around will come out, get to see me in person and get to speak to me. It's the best opportunity that we get to speak to one another. So I hope that they'll take that opportunity and come out there, so I can hear some of the concerns or some of the well wishes and the different things. I would tell you my initial assessment is it's a great department. We have really good people. We've been through a few things. You all know that, and those are lumps and bumps along the way. It's no different than any police department, from the metro area or anything else. We've all seen that in different things, but we have good quality people here, and that's the number one thing we need to look at. Through that, then we'll look at policies, procedures, how our procedures are going, where we're strong at, where we need some improvement at, and where we need some further help at. So we'll do those things, and then through that, we'll be able to put together an operational plan to help move us forward, and setting some goals and aspirations that will be in line with council, with the city manager and the community, so we can start pushing those things forward. Things are not overnight. I like to think that, you know, I could be a miracle worker, and if that was, there would probably be a pill and I'd probably be a lot richer and doing something else. We're not that, but I know the men and women here, that the ones I've got spoke to here, we've got really strong staff. The people in here that are all working here, they're great. They've been nothing but great getting me in here and helping me out and stuff. So I really am optimistic that, you know, we're gonna have some ups and downs, but you know, by 2026, as somebody said, it's gonna be a great year. And by the end of the year, we're gonna see a lot of successes and improvements, and making us stronger as a community, as a police department, and as a whole city as whole. So with that, any questions?
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thanks.
IT.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Been very quick, short and sweet, so that way we can all get out of here. But starting off, had to redo all of Durban's access, as with him taking over both recreation, or having recreation and then taking over Sky High. He ended up getting new badges and everything, so we had to redo his entire credential, but he's all good to go. I'm aware, at least. As we're working towards this, we're working on bridging out the network from City Hall out to Sky High as well, just kind of combine the networks. That way, anyone that is a city employee can also use their work laptops there at Sky High without any issues. And this will also allow us just to bring Sky High into a more community focused way with City Hall. That way everyone can access the files, similar to how everything is done here. We have fully deployed the shops camera out at the city shops. That cam system is good to go. It is functional. I was working with Dave and Andrew earlier today on showing them how the playback works, how the video recording works, and just showing them the ropes of how to use the system just in case something does pop up. I still need to get with Rob and get him access, but you know, start of the year, it's hard to catch everybody. We're all running around just all over the place. Kids Connection had a network outage. We had a power outage, I believe, over one of the weekends. It was an old Dell switch that was out there that's been there since I've been here with the city, so at least 4 years that I'm aware of. The power outage killed that switch, and we just had to get a new one on order in place. They are fully operational and seem to be doing a little better as well, network-wise. We have set up the new judge account, so with that comes a deployed laptop. That laptop's been updated to the latest firmware updates and also security updates. Same with the chief account, he has been fully updated. We have a laptop and phone deployed to him. Then out at the golf course, we have a server rack that we installed over the holiday break last week or 2 weeks ago by this point for Christmas. Me and Christian went out there on 24th and got that installed, and we got the network stack and the cam server up and running as well. We're still working with Cielo to get the network out there fully up and operational, but other than that, everything is good to go out at the golf course, camera-wise and networking. Other than that, we have push Casella updates, just per usual security updates to our servers, and we hit the ground running 2026 with just all the projects starting up at the start of the year and trying to get the network up and being replaced as time goes on. Other than that, are there any questions?
You got any questions?
Thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. I'll say you guys have a wonderful evening. Brad's, that's you go, and I welcome you to council.
Thank you.
Thank you.
City manager, how big's your paper?
Post-its are deceiving though.
See what this is?
Be here till 9
It's
now.
yellow. Because we've got a lot of sunshine coming down our pipe. Again, thank you, Brad. And to Jason Lorenz, don't think he's on the deal anymore. I want to welcome our new members and we'll look forward to working with Victor again. The one of my favorite lines in a movie, it's called Overboard. And at the very end of the movie, they're on a boat and people have fallen in the water. And the little boy announces, "It's been a hell of a day at sea, sir." Well, it's been a hell of a week at city council for the city. We are excited for 2026 to have flipped the calendar and put 2025 behind us. We've got a lot of new enthusiasm and still a lot of great projects that will be moving forward. We'll get you guys caught up and do a council orientation here very soon. And so I'm excited about my team and everybody working together. So since it's only been the first 4 real working days of the week of the year, I don't have anything really as far as meeting goes because of the holidays and everything going on. But as the chief mentioned, there is the public meet and greet for the chief as well as for Durbin Taylor, our Sky High director. That is Monday evening from 5 to 6:30. I heard it on the radio today. That's open to the public. So we hope everyone will come and listen to what they have to say for just a few brief words. The tourism tax meeting that you guys will need to know about is going to be January the 22nd. That's in Del Norte. That's to discuss the percentage of how the lodging tax is to be divided up with the county commissioners. It's ultimately their decision on that. And Lauren, I really wanted you there and with your proposal, so you and I will sit back down and visit about it because it was just too complicated to try and come up with round 2. So we'll take a look at that for the lodging tax. The federal and some of the municipalities, I believe the county, they will all be closed January the 19th. That's Martin Luther King Day. The city does not take that as an official holiday, so we will be open for business. And then something rather disturbing, at least I find it disturbing. Some here may think that's really cool, but the Division of Wildlife announced today that there was a collared wolf that was located along the river, just west of Highway 285 here in Rio Grande County. And we know this because they have to notify the landowner if they have cattle. And so that landowner has been notified, and we've got one right here in our own backyard, so to speak, so
On 285 where?
along the river. Along,
West. Along Rio Grande.
Yeah.
And 285.
so keep your dogs in at night. It could be why we haven't seen any deer lately too.
Some people mentioned there was elk in by Loves today. Terry Van Vibber, he mentioned that there was some elk in his alley.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and I thought the same thing. I was like, it's gotta be coyotes or wolves possibly. And now that you say it, definitely makes sense. So that's unfortunate, but oh wow, that's close.
Just sure I was really
Fun.
to relocate them in and not expect them to travel.
Right,
Was just really crystal big questions.
so
That was
Well, that meeting out Sky High on the 12th, is that gonna have a Zoom
no.
link to it? No, be in person?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I will not be able to attend. I have to go out of town, so I'd like to, just to harass you guys. Yeah, you'll get plenty of that.
I figured.
thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right, we'll move on to council committee, city commission, and council reports. Brad?
Well, I really appreciate you guys, and I'm optimistic that I can kind of, just heal up some stuff and hopefully you can take part again, and it's really an enjoyable experience. It's just where I'm at right now, I'm not as helpful as I could be, so I'd rather just step aside for a bit. But, for Victor taking my spot, I'm sorry, I was kind of misfiring there when I was trying to announce you, and just, so, which is why I'm stepping aside for a little bit. But I'm glad that I have you to back me up on this. I'm glad I have, you step in and fill my role better than I can, so. I wish you guys the best of luck. It's a lot more enjoyable than what it seems like. When it first hits you, it's just like, oh my gosh, we gotta do all this, but it's not. It's really not. You have Lauren here, he's got a lot of expertise, fall on, lean on him if you need to. Dale, he's been doing it for a while now too. And Gigi is more than helpful. So I'm sure you guys will enjoy it.
Appreciate it.
Thank
And
you.
I'll step aside for a bit, and hopefully in a few years I can help out some other capacity. But thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you for letting me do it. That's it.
Thanks, Brad. Lauren? Nothing tonight? Nothing tonight? Kayla?
Just excited to be here, excited to serve our community. Ready to keep progress moving forward. Excited.
Very good. Stretch?
Yeah, thank you guys for allowing me to be here too. I'm thankful for the opportunity to work alongside a lot of great people. So yeah.
You may not think that all the time. Well, I want to write my notes and I can't read it. Thanks to, Victor for serving, and I'm glad you're back in. I really appreciate that, and we've been at since day one, so, and it's been great. So I'm glad you're still gonna be here. The next Thursday, you get back in your hot seat. And Brad, thank you. Because I know when you stepped on, it was a out of your realm kind of deal, but you've done a great job, and thank you for all your input and all your support and everything that we've done.
Thank you.
Welcome to you guys, Kale.
Thank you.
Stretch. I'm not gonna do for
Yeah, that's fine.
And welcome to Brad and Chief. Welcome aboard. I'm really excited about all this. I hear a lot of the positives. So in the last 3 days, I've heard a lot of positives. So that says a lot. And Gene, thank you for being here, and thank you for this community for all your support and trusting again another 4 years of me. So good luck. But with that, we will recess this meeting until January 15th, 2026 at 6 PM here at council chambers. Monty Strong. No.
Watching the basketball game and I think